Well, the wildfire in Natchitoches Parish is still burning and has now grown. Since last week, fire crews say they're making progress, but there's still a lot of work to be done. Davion Telsey joins me now in studio with more. Davion, what can you tell us about the wildfire?
Well, Johnny, crews are working around the clock to manage a wildfire deep inside Kisatchie National Forest. And while it's growing, officials say there's no major cause for concern. The wildfire burning inside the Kisatchie Hills Wilderness in the Natchitoches Parish area has grown from just 7 acres when it was first spotted to now covering about 1,200 acres. Officials say there's no major threat to nearby homes or communities, but they're keeping a close eye on it.
No, very little concerns at this time. We feel really good about the operations that's going on out here. You will see some intermittent periods of smoke across the Longleaf Byway, maybe on out to the west, and some potentially backing down towards it. There may be some visible smoke from I-49 out to the east, but overall, you know, shouldn't be too many impacts for the smoke. And yeah, because we're feeling really good about that. So really nothing to be concerned or worried about.
According to the U.S. Forestry, around 80 U.S. Forest Service crew members are on the ground working to keep the fire from spreading further.
The north end of the fire looking really good, in really good shape. The total size currently is around approximately 1,200 acres. We're still doing some line construction on the south end of the fire, prepping an existing hiking trail. In anticipations, if we get the weather window, to do some strategic firing operations on the south end along the trail, which will secure the south portion of the fire in the coming days.
We also went behind the scenes with the drone operation team, who are giving firefighters an eye in the sky.
We can use this drone to fly the entire fire perimeter all the way around the fire, pick up heat signatures that are potentially across our control lines, and then as well as map the perimeter. We've been using the drone to mainly do the IR perimeter flights and mapping missions, but a few days ago we did have one aerial ignition operation where we assisted crews on the ground, putting fire on the ground to contain the wildfire in specific spots.
From their trailer, operators can track hotspots and even plan future fire management. Part of that process includes dropping dragon eggs, small devices that ignites when they hit the ground, used in prescribed burns to safely remove fuel before a wildfire can spark.
You know, specifically for the firing operations, we hook up the aerial ignition device, which is called an Ignis. We load the Ignis with plastic spheres that are called dragon eggs and glycol, and there's a chemical reaction that happens whenever you inject glycol into the spheres that causes a delayed reaction and starts fire after it hits the ground. So for an operation, you know, where we're trying to get fire, you know, on the ground to control lines, we can use the drone to get a little further out there and not have to put people with drip torches on the ground, you know, further out than they need to be away from safety.
For now, crews say the fire is behaving as expected, and they'll stay on the scene until it's fully contained.
The cause has been determined to be a natural cause, a lightning strike for both of the fires that have now grown together as one fire.
Officials say the weather and terrain are helping firefighters keep the blaze under control. They're urging people to avoid the area so crews can continue to work safely. To learn more about the Kisatchie wildfire, head over to our KELB website. Johnny?